Hello everyone, welcome back to another Alliance War video. This is war number 5 of the season, so I'm back one behind. And we are against someone who I can't remember, we'll be told in a moment. We are against, next. So as you can see here, my first fight is Dr. Doom on this Power Focus 2, it's a rank 4 Doom. I was initially assigned Spidey 2099, but then I thought, no, I don't want to do that with Spidey. I think it's a deceptively hard fight. I think that you'll be pretty slow, and you might miss an evade, or you might miss an evade on his special too, or he might be stingy and get loads of prowess and throw it into your block and all that stuff. So in the end, I think screw it, I'm bringing Torch for this fight, only going in there, and it's a pretty simple fight. You just do your standard. It's a matchup that's been familiar from Battlegrounds now, just doing as much damage in as little time as possible. I'm hoping that they throw specials to get the power sting. Now here, because it's Power Focus 2, I know that I can just keep hitting him. I don't care about baiting specials, I keep laying on those power stings. Boom. I think that was like 30-40k in power sting damage, and the fight's over. Super easy with Torch. But not using him anymore for the rest of the war, which means it's a sort of solo Spidey 2099 for the rest. As we move up into section 2, I'm taking path 7, and I'm taking this Peni Parker, which is a new one for me. Now I'm kind of scared of this fight. I'm scared of Peni in general. I know how to fight her, but I'm generally scared. And my tactic here is to use what I call the Karate Mike tactic, because it's when I first found it with him, where you try and build withers. I'm sorry, not withers, ruptures by hitting into their block, and which is possible at the start of the fight when there is a wither from the anti-venom synergy. And it's really, I just wish that my Spidey was awakened, because it would make this strategy really simple. Well, even more simple than it already is. So my tactic is to pause my debuffs as often as I can and hit into her block, which you need to do anyway against Peni, right, to reduce that shield. You see it going down every time I hit into a block, and to build these ruptures. So I was hoping that she would start to melt, but unfortunately she's not doing much melting. I'm sort of dissatisfied by what I'm seeing here, and at this point I know if I push her above a bar of power, I'm gonna lose all those ruptures, and because I'm unawakened, I'm not gonna gain any back. So then I decide to go for it. The burst damage is pretty good, and I think to myself, okay, we're in a really solid position now. I've taken no damage, and she's down to 50 something. But the fight does significantly slow down now, because my objective here is to bait SP1s from her, because I'm thinking that blocking the SP2 might not be so great. Yes, there are. If I hadn't, then I could just repeat the process, but I'd lost it, so there we go. So yeah, the fight's really slow because I'm having to wear down her shield the old-fashioned way. I'm getting no debuffs for it, and whenever she gets an SP2, she's throwing it. Now, I don't know Peni that well. Well, I do have her, but I've not got her ranked up. I don't use her. So she has an ability that I'm not aware of, and will throw me off a bit in this fight. Is it the first go in here? No, not quite. A little bit later. Here, her shield's down, so I'm just trying to be as aggressive as possible. I think it's here? Yeah, so she throws her SB1, she's got loads of those Spidey charges, and I get this power burn debuff on me, which I'm just not expecting to see. I just don't know that's part of her kit. I now do. She has this ability that when she throws the SB1, if she's got loads, I don't remember how many, if she's got a load of these spider charges, she automatically puts on you this power burn debuff. And at this point I'm starting to worry, because I'm kind of... I just lost quite a lot of health, and as far as I'm aware, I'm not, well, at the time, I'm not really sure why it's happening. I assume it's got something to do with the fact that she's got lots of these Spidey charges, and I'm worried that maybe she'll kind of get more. Here I think she doesn't activate it because she's only got 10. Yeah, it's more than that. So I'm just trying to do as much damage as possible while her shield's down, and Spidey's raw damage isn't great, so... yeah, here I'm feeling a bit more confident. She's down to 14, she throws another SP1, and there's the power burn. And of course the power burn is stopping me from throwing many specials, because of course I'm losing power because it's power burn. As I hit into a block, I'm forcing her to gain more and more power. She throws another one, yet another power burn. Maybe I should have tried harder to push her to SP2, but eating that would have done a lot of damage as well. So yeah, overall I don't play this well, that well I guess, but we just about get through it. It's a really long fight. It's taken about 3 minutes now. We've finally got rid of the shield, and I just go all out here. I'm just hoping that I can kill her. Here I know that I'm not going to finish her off, so I wait to bait out the special, hit her a few more times, throw the SP1, and I don't throw this one, and she's down. So much to improve when it comes to that fight, and spoiler alert for the rest of the season, you will see improvement. Now we have Ebony Moore on Aspect of Evolution and Kinetic Transference. This is a really simple fight for Spidey when you have Anti-Venom, of course, because the Wither's on right from the start, so he's going to be draining his own power when he hits into your block. So Moore against Spidey is also great because you're not getting the buffs, so he can't nullify and degen you. However, you do still have to watch out for the falter, which means throwing your heavy attacks. Now, because I personally find repowering Moore in War pretty sketchy, I basically have to guess if my reparry lands. I don't feel like I have quick enough reactions to see that my reparry has landed and throw heavy. I know that the way to oh, I got parried there. Oh dear. The way to heavy counter Moore is you have to wait until you get the dexterity call out. If you don't get the dexterity call out, you've done it too early. And you can of course punish this SP1 with a heavy too. So that's my plan there. We've got a couple of exhaustions and a wither, which we've managed to pause quite a lot. We're now up to an SP2, fire it, quite a lot of damage. And yeah, it's a question of basing out the SP1s, letting him hit into my block to reverse power. But yeah, pretty simple fight. Rupture does quite a lot of damage. Moore doesn't have that much health, so pretty simple. As you can tell, I've run out of things to say about it, but it's fine. SP2, finish it. Yeah. Our next fight is this Mojo that people always place here. I don't really know why they place him here, but it's easy for Spidey because kinetic transference, we don't care. The only thing you need to remember to do is wait out the indestructible buff before you throw your SP2. And that's I probably should be using a power stat 1 boost here just so I'm quicker, but I generally, as I've said many times, I lean more towards safety than anything else. Try to avoid completing his prompts as well, but again, you won't degen from them, and he won't gain much power thanks to your utility. In general though, bait out this. Oh yeah, I get tagged there because Mojo's so aggressive. Yeah. There I do hit into his block, but I know it doesn't really matter. He's not got a massive health pool, so this fight's relatively quick. See there, in the past I've just thrown him, but of course got to wait till he's ready. I like to get him to unload his power, which he does here. There I get a nice evade just so that I don't trigger his prompt. SP2 does a load of damage, lots of power back from the boost, and we're laughing. Nice and easy fight. I don't know why people keep placing him here. I think because it's Torch. I guess people used to place him here because it kind of gave him Human Torch immunity, because hitting into the block would give him loads and loads of power, and torches when they play Mojo love to get the SP1 to hit into block, but here of course kinetic transference would help him out. But whatever. That's the night of that war done, and we are in a winning position here, I believe. And I've just been told the next morning I've got to take this one fight, that this guy plays for suicide, so I'm thinking that's okay. Taking a long view, I do use smaller boosts because I know I better save them, and this is not one where it kind of matters that much. So arguably something I shouldn't have done, but I did it anyway. First thing in the morning, get smacked in the face. I thought I'd woken up fully, but I guess I just wasn't quick enough to evade that. So it's not brilliant. You've seen me do this fight so many times now. Yeah, parry heavy and then dash back to force my debuffs, parry heavy, etc, etc. Now I realised during this fight that I took so much damage from that hit that the fact that this guy has suicides, it's not actually that terrible for him, because the objective here is to get him to throw as few specials as possible, to get all that power reverse stuff going on with the withers and the exhaustions. And if he's not throwing specials, he's not getting recoil. So of course he is taking damage from that poison debuff, but generally I'm more scared of this fight when he has suicides, just because if he does hit me, it's going to hurt a lot more. So with that in mind, and given that I took that smack to the face earlier, my objective here changes slightly, and I just decide to do combos, which you're not meant to do, but I think that's fine. I just want to end this fight. I'm not interested in playing around here, so I just hit him a bunch. I ditched the normal strategy. And that's fine, because he's dead. Not taking the boss this war, so that's it. We managed to win this one, I think, which is good stuff. And yeah, thank you for watching, everyone. I'll see you in the next one. Ta-ta!